My next guest is coming off another stoppage victory. This time it was Jerome Rivera at UFC Fight Night on September 19th. It is Tyson Nam back here on the program. Tyson, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Had a good weekend. Felt like I got into a fight. My body's a little bit sore, but otherwise, I'm awesome.
One of the things I wanted to ask you heading into the fight, we talked about the restrictions with COVID-19 and your training and all that. How did the rest of camp go leading into it? I mean, the result was great, but, how did it go?
I think everything went according to plan as best as we could with a little bit less than a week's notice of a new opponent. So we drilled what we needed to do. We watched some video on top of Jerome, and I think we came out with a pretty good game plan.
I'd say so. And another switch up with an opponent. I guess you're getting used to this now. I mean, it's happened on the regional scene too, but having Jerome in, sort of close to fight time, how did that impact you?
Yeah, I guess I'm currently the UFC welcoming committee.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it's always something to where you're never ever the most prepared. You're always second guessing because you're never ever prepared, even with like a 6-8 week notice. But I mean, with a few days notice, then it's kind of like, man, what's he going to come out with? Has he been working on something new from what I see up in his videos that aren't really current? But you go with the flow. I mean, punches and kicks are still going to be flowing at you. So we know what to do when that happens.
How much of an advantage is it being in the flyweight division and having, I think you have to have more fights than most people in that division, and just that experience of just, if a situation like this does happen with an opponent switch up, I mean, you fought everyone already, so you're kind of used to, expecting the unexpected, so to speak.
Yeah, I don't think I will face an opponent that I have not seen a technique, or I've also fought in bantamweight when I first started, so I probably won't be hit as hard as any flyweight can hit me as a bantamweight can. Mm-hmm. But having the experience, I feel like I come into the fight a lot more calm, collected, focused. I mean, you got your nervousness, but to me, it's just more anxiousness to get into that cage.
I bet. Anything about Jerome surprising the fight?
Not at all. I knew that he was gonna come out with nice, long, rangy kicks, keep the distance, try to distance to where I'm not in on top of where I can just pummel him with my punches. But we worked on top of that counter, slide on in, slide a little bit off to my left, and line up that right hand.
What were the post-fight plans after the big win?
So lame. we got back to the hotel, and I guess the rules have changed since June. So literally, right when we got back, we had to stay locked down till the morning to go to the airport. So we hung out, watched the rest of the fights, got high. That's about it.
Nice. Edibles or smoke, or what do you like doing?
Edibles. I can't handle any smoke.
I'm the same way, edibles. Man. I don't like smoking, so the edibles are the way to go. So that's good. Was it tough, like bringing that with you from Hawaii, or do you get? I guess you must get some locally in Vegas too.
Yeah. It's all legal in Vegas, so it's not you can't.
Not hard to get. Yeah, exactly.
Enough. Yeah.
That's
it's
good.
Easy.
What I'm a little bit curious here because you piqued my interest. What type of edibles do you like? Are you like a cookie guy, gummies? What do you like?
I like them gummies. You know, I like something sweet, something that reminds me
Coke
of candy.
Bottles. Those are my things, or the banana ones. Those are good too.
Ooh, that does sound good. I've not tried that yet, but I'll make sure to find some.
Got to check it out there. Well, that's good. And this was another big win for you, like another finish. I know when you started your UFC career, you had 2 losses, and you fought really tough guys. Do you feel like this is kind of like we're seeing, sort of the true Tyson Nam, now in terms of you getting these finishes? Because I think a lot of people sort of overlooked who you were fighting in those first couple fights.
Yeah, I'm finally getting my my stride, getting my feet wet. Even my very first fight, I was short notice. My second fight, I actually couldn't train for a good portion of that camp just because I got sick. So I literally could not exercise for about a week or two. So now that I'm training full time, I'm healthy and just putting guys away.
Any feedback from the UFC on the win? It's too bad you didn't get a bonus, but some tough candidates on that card for sure.
Oh yeah, that card was just fire right off of the bat, just finish after finish. I was watching the fights and I was like, I don't think we're getting a bonus this fight. Everybody's just
it'll come though, man. With the amount of finishes you're getting, I mean, it's it's only a matter of time, right?
Yeah, I don't always just only look or beg for bonuses. I get paid to fight. That's what I do. And, if I'm always trying to put on something exciting, if a bonus happens to fall in my lap, hey, it does. But, I fight for the biggest organization in mixed martial arts, and I'm glad to do that.
When would you like to get back in there? Obviously, they're on Fight Island right now. What's sort of the plan for you? Because it's not like, you live in like Vegas or something and you can just hop on a plane. Like with Hawaii, there's a lot of travel involved, right?
Yeah, we got a quarantine here for the next 11 or 12 days. We're not allowed to leave. But I mean, I actually really would like to fight maybe in like December or January time. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about the whole process for my last fight up in June, which was about 3 months. And 3 months, I actually like that amount of period of time just to give my body, my physically rested as well as just mentally rest from mixed martial arts so it doesn't get stagnant on top of me.
Any opponents interest you in terms of the division?
Joe B.
Joseph Benavidez, okay.
Like I said, he's been a top 3, top 5 contender for like well over a decade. He's just an awesome fighter in the sport, and we share a common opponent, Ali Bagutinov. We're similar in age. He fought a couple of my friends that I'd like to get back at them for.
Okay, who did he? What of your friends did he beat?
He beat Ian Loveland, the Barnow, and Alex Perez.
Oh right, yeah, you guys have the same manager, yeah.
Shots. Yeah, same manager, Jason House. So, okay. But all in all, I mean, I think that fight was just gonna be a hurricane once that bell rings. I agree.
Stylistically, how do you look at that fight in terms of you matching up against him? Because you got the power, man. I mean, that's definitely a factor in this one.
Mm-hmm. Joby, he's great at grappling, at scrambling, especially mixing in his strikes to his takedown. So I mean, he's a complete fighter. But I am one of the biggest flyweights, one of the strongest flyweights out there, and I'll punch a hole right through anybody if they get in range.
And speaking of punching a hole, what type of food you eating right now since you've been back home? What's on the list now that you don't have to cut weight?
Pizza. I love pizza. I don't know why, but pizza with some garlic sauce from Papa John's just sounds right. But I only give myself about a week to really just enjoy myself that way, because I am a big flyweight, so can get a little bit overweight fairly quickly if you take a little bit longer than a week. Now I got a whole diet plan that I got to work on if I let it get out of control.
Well, just make sure you have some healthy food around when you're having the edibles, because it's easy to get on those chips and all the other bad stuff, right? So
I got some yogurt stashed away.
There you go. That's good. By the way, do people in Hawaii actually eat Hawaiian pizza? I've always wondered that.
No, it's not Hawaiian.
I know. I didn't think so. I think they just call it that because it's like tropical or something, right? So.
Yeah, I think when you think of a pineapple, you're thinking of like a Mai Tai or something of that sort. But whenever I see a Hawaiian pizza, I kind of cringe a little bit, just because I really don't like pineapples on my pizza.
Yeah. No, something I had as a kid. I mean, it's not my first choice. Meat lovers is my first choice, or whatever. Got to get some protein in
the
there.
Merrier.
Yeah, I agree.
Of course.
All right, Tyson, always appreciate you taking the time, man. Enjoy the rest of the weather. Just anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah. Check me out on Instagram, Namano11, Twitter, Tyson Nam. Follow me on my journey as I keep on knocking out these flyweights.